This is the vehicle. I don't really see, it looks like I'm on the side of it. I don't see any damage on the side, right? As you can see, his tail lights is still there. We saw the tail lights that was knocked out over there. Those were not his tail lights. Like I said, I believe the front of this vehicle hit a different vehicle. And when the front of this vehicle ran into whatever the vehicle it was down there, it hit the back of it, knocking their tail lights out. Also, most likely tearing the fender off. Because the front bumper was gone, pardon me. The front bumper of the other vehicle was in the street somewhere. So 9 times out of 10, they hit the back of the vehicle, and then he went on to probably, I don't think he slid across the vehicle because the side of this vehicle wasn't damaged, but most likely hit the back of the vehicle. This is why I believe he was still alive. This is why I believe he was still alive when they made the contact over there, because his vehicle, at the side of the vehicle, you don't see no scratch marks. Anybody else ever been in a collision or a crash before? When you bump into the side of something, the side of the vehicle is gonna have mad scratch marks on it. You understand what I'm saying? There aren't any. So I believe he was still alive when he made contact with the vehicle down the block. You see where the police are over there? I believe he was still alive when he made contact with the police with the vehicle down the block. While driving down the block is when, you know, he's lost his fight. He probably had no hammers on him. He probably had no weapons on him, nothing. He's like, I'm in Harlem. What the fuck do I need to... Niggas love me. He like, you understand what I'm saying? So he probably had nothing on him. He probably had no protection. So when the niggas rolled up and started shooting, he drove to the police precinct. Come on, let's go. We're gonna walk around the block at one point or another because I'm pretty sure they're not gonna let me walk through the crime scene. But as you can see on the other end of the block, they have the whole entire block cut off. This must be the vehicle that Alpo was in right here. As you can see, the burgundy vehicle right here that looks like the vehicle that Alpo was most likely driving. As you can see, the vehicle crashed. It looks like there's a chance that the vehicle crashed into that vehicle right there. He also looks like he was turning. So, I mean, the wheels look straight on the vehicle. So there's a good chance that he actually came from straight down the road. I do not think that he came from turning on this road, because if you look at the vehicle wheels are still straight. So I assume that he came from this direction. And I just noticed this now. If you look down the block, they have that block also cut off.
All the way down to 150th Street.
Hold on, let's walk down the block for a second. I want to show something. I'm here at the place where everything happened, so I don't know what you posted, but shout out to whatever you posted. If you look, I was over there and shit. It was a long story, but I have not walked down the middle of this street. I want to show y'all something. Yeah, he definitely came from down this block. As you can see, pieces of the vehicle got tore off as he went down the block. Or pieces of some vehicle. Maybe he hit other vehicles as he was going down the street. I have no idea. That's not the color of his vehicle. So obviously he came into contact with a different vehicle as he went down the street. His vehicle was burgundy. And this is a police station apparently right here too. So he came down he probably was coming, oh shit. He was coming here for help, y'all. They started shooting at Alpo, and he drove down the street where the police was. So he was coming here knowing that that they was drive-by shooting at him. He was coming here trying to get the protection of the police. I don't care what anybody say, but I mean, you live in Harlem, you know where the precincts are, right? So what it looks like is that he came down this street, and if he came down this street, like I believe he came down this street, that's the precinct. If you notice, the windows are shot out right there. Looks like on both sides. I just noticed that, by the way. It could be shot out on both sides. They could have shot from one side to shoot the other side, or they could have been two vehicles on either side of the, two people on either side of the vehicle. What up, Don Star? I'm over here right now on 147th in Frederick Douglass. We're gonna walk to the other side because I know they're not gonna let me just walk through the damn. I want to get to the other side, but I'm gonna have to walk around the block to be respectful. The vehicle is pointing straight. The wheels are not turning at all. The vehicle is pointing straight. The wheels are not turning. So that's how I figure that he's definitely 100% coming from this angle. As you can see, you see the glass on the street from the vehicle. As you can see, this is not his vehicle. So 9 times out of 10, there was another vehicle that he ran into. His vehicle is burgundy. This might be the window from the passenger side. Morning. This might be the window from the passenger side. This is from a different vehicle, I'm gonna assume, because his vehicle is burgundy. I cannot see the front, so I don't know what the fender is. Obviously, they came down this street at some point. You can see the pieces of...
You have to get out. This is all a crime scene.
Copy.
Thank you.
All right, we already took video of this anyway. The windows on this side of the vehicle are gone. We don't know yet if it's because I don't see no damage from this side of the vehicle as far as hitting something. They could have hit something, I'm assuming, on this side. If you see the front of the vehicle over here, I appreciate you. She got a little bump back there too. As you can see, I'm the worst. As you can see, the front of the vehicle right there, there's damage. I believe that damage was done as he was driving down the street. I don't necessarily think that that damage has anything to do with whatever vehicles, because I would assume if they was on the side of him shooting, there'd be scrapes on the side of the vehicle. It doesn't look like he necessarily did that. Now, if we look at the other side of the vehicle, you can see that they was definitely 100% shooting at the driver. That's not of question. They was definitely 100% shooting at the driver. As you can also see, I don't see any holes in the side of the door or on the side of the vehicle. So they was 100% obviously aiming at their target. They wasn't shooting at the vehicle specifically. Like I said before, probably going no more than 20 or 30 miles an hour when it hit the other vehicle. If I would need to literally go over there and see how far the other vehicle was pushed for me to have a better approximation of how fast his car was going. But it was probably going about 20 or 30 miles an hour at that time.